Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, November 6th, 2020. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame here of the ES, and you'll notice that price is up off the lows of the pre-market trade. The NFP report came out better than expected, and price rallied off those lows to current levels. And this is significant here because this could lead to a bit more strength here throughout the rest of the session if price can continue to hold or push through that 3,500 level. Now, we do have overhead resistance coming into play. I mentioned before that this was a sharp reaction at that point after a pretty sharp increase here. We had another sharp increase there with a stiff rejection and a return, and now here's another big move higher here as it comes into potential resistance yet again. So no guarantee here that we can hold above 3,500. This could become a fade opportunity that leads us back to 3,400 and then across the range toward 3,200 to 3,250. But again, we need to watch for rejection first, and we haven't quite seen that just yet. 3,500 is going to be an early key level to watch. If it cannot hold above 3,500, that could begin a pullback phase again to 3,400 and below. Above 3,500 opens up a retest of the previous month's high, and even at those levels we could then begin to see rejection until price can confidently hold above the previous month's high on a closing basis here without rejection. This market still has the potential to fade back into the range. Okay, let's take a look here at the NQ. Okay, here's a look at the NQ. Very similar to the ES right now. Price is off the overnight lows on that strong NFP number. Price is now testing a round number at 12K. That's very similar to the 3,500 number in the ES, and again, that level is going to be very important there because it's an early indicator here. If it can't hold above that zone, perhaps we're going to begin to fade back down. Very similar to the ES, if we do find rejection anywhere in here, whether it's today or whether it's a little bit higher here into the previous month's high, the target will be the lower FOMC key level. That's 11,355.75. So again, we're going to look for a fade right back into that level and perhaps across the range into the 10,615s. So again, we could be looking at a fade opportunity. Now, if this does end up breaking to the upside, and this goes for the ES as well, it really needs to find acceptance above that 12,465. That's the key range high. That is where it would start to open up more upside to these upside targets if we are going to embark on a very bullish move. Let's take a look now at crude oil. Crude oil wasn't able to quite get those 40s in the last day. Did get high as high as the 39.50s or so, right around that zone, and then faded right back down. We have seen some selling pressure here, but price is bouncing off weekly VWAP and is also beginning to move off the 3-point reversal lows. It's above daily VWAP right now. This could turn into a bit more upside here where a failed low could develop, and if that's the case, it could slingshot price not only into 40 but likely back into the 41 to 42 zone. So right now, looking like a failed new low developing here, and if it does finish the day above the previous session's lows, it could be quite bullish here. So 38.51, the key level to test and the key level for bulls to overcome if this thing is going to push higher. Lastly, let's take a look at gold futures. You'll see here with gold, we talked about this in the monthly market outlook right here, that failed new low could finally be the trigger that takes us out of this downward sloping channel. We've been in this channel for 3 months. I mentioned that can usually be an early indication of a breakout to come. The next day we saw a huge day, significant down here, over 125% of ADR, so it was an expansion day. I call this a transition day from this market structure to perhaps what will become an uptrending market structure into the end of the month and likely over the course of the next 1 to 3 months. So this is significant here for price to be breaking out finally in this manner. It's the manner in which it's broken out many times here before it's lifted off. Additionally, price is above 1940 and now above the 1950 level. So that's significant right now. Any pullback now could still be a buying opportunity, even if it's a deep pullback into 1920, could still be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher. Again, the upside targets here on a longer term basis take us as high as 2304s. So right now, very significant breakout, a potential transition day the previous session, and now we likely see further upside ahead toward 1981.70, and from there above that level opens up the upper half of the range into 2089s. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, happy Friday, and also please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.